Hi folks, let's learn Trees by Rush. So we'll learn just the intro in this video, and the electric guitar parts we'll learn in the next parts. Let's begin. Hey everybody, I'm Dean Wolfe. We'll dive in now. Okay, so we'll quickly look over the whole song in broad terms, and then we'll focus a little bit on the more details of the tune. So looking at it broadly, we have basically a D chord. Basically, a lot of these chords, you can look them up. They're very standard chords. You got D and F sharp minor bar chord, and then C sharp minor bar chord, and then A bar chord on the 5th fret, and then E major and G and A and B minor. And the only difference there is you would drop the bass chord from the B to the A, and you're still holding a B minor chord. So it's and there's a little tiny little flourish which I'll show you. So okay, so let's look at it a little more in detail, specifically at our right hand. Okay, so the numbering for the fingering here is your pinky's 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're using these 3 fingers here. Although I do draw on the 4th. I also use all of them. Like I'm using all 5 fingers for some parts. But for the main sort of picking parts, like that part, you're using basically these 4 digits. So yeah, so you start off, you're hitting the 4th string with your thumb. So basically we're always going to be handling the 6th, 5th, and 4th string with your thumb, okay? You're going to be picking them back and forth as we go along. And the top strings, you're going to be picking from 3 to 1 on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string over and over again. So that's just using those. I'm not using my thumb, just to demonstrate. So you actually can shift your hand around. So if I'm playing without fretting any notes, I'll just show you what I'm doing with this hand here. And then sort of shifting gears there. And if this is kind of new to you, then practice with the right hand technique where you're playing like this. And the bass notes you're picking all with your thumb. So the first one is D, and then you're lifting this finger up, so you're getting the open E in that part of the D. You're going. All right, and let me think. Is that's probably one of the only chords where you're kind of doing something like that. You're going. So again. So that's your first chord and the style that we're using to pick it. And then. Right? Like that. Again, just the same thing in the right hand. Again. Now you can vary it a little, like I was showing you before. But if this is new to you, just stick to the simpler, just doing the repetitive in the top string until you get used to it, and then you can expand from there. All right, so it's I'm not sure if he does that in the album. I just jumped ahead and did the second string I started on. It's like salt and pepper. It's to taste, I would say, and these tiny little... It doesn't change the overall feel of what you're doing. You can just personalize a little. And then... Now this one is a little trickier. So you're kind of making it change fast here, and it's a little bit different pattern. You're going... But when you hit that third one, normally in the pattern, then you start with your bass note after you've hit 3. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So on the 3, you're hitting the B. So you're hitting those two notes at the same time. And then back to the 3 pattern there. And then when you're playing this part, I'm playing, as you can see, on the second string with my 4th finger there, where I'm sort of basing it there, not in the first. Like a lot of it, we've been doing this in the first, right? But for this part, we're starting on the B string, the second string. So yeah, so you drop it, and that's the E on the first string there. And then for the very last part, normally you'd play a D, and you'd start it with a bass note as a D, of course. But in this case, you're adding an A. And this kind of gives it a kind of Renaissance feel. You're going... And the same with the A. I mean, the same with the A chord here. You're actually usually would play with an A bass. But you're going to have, as well, the E string. And it's very crucial to the sort of sound of it, which is kind of... And of course, you see what I'm doing here. I'm going hammering on and pulling off. Which is... Again, so... And again, same thing with the B minor chord. You're adding F sharp in here as well. So the next lesson we'll be getting into... So I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next lesson. And that's not how it goes. All right, we got a lesson. The lesson's in the bag.